know, the trail is so different. I just love seeing what's around the corner, what's over the hill. It's exciting. There were some really nice gentlemen at this particular area. This is at Swatara Gap, and they were really concerned about the girl I was hiking with and talked her into going and getting checked out. So you'll hear me talk a little bit about that later, but it can be dangerous out here. Just, it's so easy to fall, and I'm doing really good with falls this trip. Usually I would fall once a day. This trip I've only fallen like 3 times, and one time was a face plant, just like my friend Princess did, but I was lucky because there were no rocks there. So you just take your time and you go real slow, but the rocks move under your feet. So you know that song, I feel the earth move under my feet. Anyway, that's what some of the rocks do, and despite your best efforts, you're going to go down. So and then throw in wet conditions, and that just makes it doubly challenging. We'll just call it that. There is a particular place here where we had to walk across a tree, and we ran into these 2 sisters who were hiking, and they said, how did you get across the creek? We had to cross the tree to get across the creek. And we're like, oh, we just walked across it. And they're like, oh, it was so wet and slippery. Well, it wasn't when we did. We were fortunate. So, my brother Jeff were around. I'd give him a call, and I'd say, hey, guess what I'm walking under? Interstate 81. So, Jeff, guess what? I'm walking under Interstate 81. That's the road that me and you made our epic brother-sister journey on, all-night drive. I do miss you. There goes some trucks, just like your rough road. Okay, there it is. That's where I go. Cool. Check this out. How cool is this? They are busy bees right there. Well, they're not bees. Busy caterpillars. How cool. So we shall call this day Kick Your Butt Day. And why would we call it Kick Your Butt Day? Well, because it feels like I've gone up all day, although I haven't really. I had one up, and then some nice trail, and then another up that's like a rolling up. I hiked most of the day with a gal named Princess, who hiked the PCT, so that was interesting to hear about. And but she face planted a couple days ago, so some concerned volunteers down where we crossed I-81 convinced her to call an ambulance and get checked out. So that's what she's doing, which is probably a smart thing because she looked like she'd been punched in both eyes. But anyway, Kick Your Butt Day continues. Just another day on the trail. These plants we have been watching since they were popping out of the ground, and I understand they're called May apples, and they have a little white bloom underneath them. They're so pretty. And this day was another misty, cool walk in the woods. And it's not that it's really cold, it's just damp, which kind of gets in your bones, especially a Florida girl's bones. And you go slow through fields like this of rock, and then you have some trails like this. It's not too bad. You just kind of step over the rocks. But you really appreciate these shelters that are enclosed. That's very rare. And I had a break here at the 501 shelter, and it was so nice to just get in out of the drizzle. I also love passing all the historical landmarks that are out there. It's just a lot of history on the trail. It's great if you're a nerd like me. And then another little respite area is just coming into these hostels where you get real coffee and town food. And even though you have to walk outside to use the sink and the shower and the privy, it's a far cry from what you're doing in the middle of the woods. So this place was a really welcome place to warm up, and it had gotten pretty cold when I stayed there. So it just was a coincidence when I took my zero that it was like the coldest day it had been on the trail, and it was rainy and it was wet and it was clammy and it was cold. I don't like the cold. I have to show you this though. This is going to be a chicken house. That's cute. But Craig and Jody, the owners here, were so hospitable, and all the hikers that I met were just amazing. I just had a really good time and enjoyed meeting and talking to everyone. It was a good stay. Okay, this is a day. Boy, I sure do get mixed up on my days. This is a day on the Appalachian Trail. I've actually been here 2 days. I came in yesterday. And are you okay if I get your picture on YouTube? Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse. What was her name? Mighty Mouse.
Oh yeah, you can definitely. Here are my wet shoes that I wore today, soaked all the way through. Here are my men's socks that I just put on.
I'm waiting for your pink coordinated outfit.
Oh, well, oh yes, it's coming. It's coming.
So this is Rock and Soul Hiker Hostel. Do not pass this up. Oh my goodness. I saw it in the book. It's, you know, advertised in AWOL. Well, advertised. It's listed in AWOL. $40. And, you know, I didn't really read past that. But for $40, this is the house. You got breakfast and dinner and the best food I've had since I've been on the trail. So you would pay $10 a meal anyway in town, and $20 is common for a hiker hostel. So pretty good darn deal. Now, they have a shower. It's an outdoor shower, so you know, when it's cold like it is now, but it's cold, but the water is nice and hot, and it's on demand. There's the sound of the creek back here. Lovely. And then walk this way. They have a bunkhouse, and they have the overflow basement. I'm in the basement that, you know, you'll see some pictures of. We had, normally we would eat on the back deck here, but it's been rainy, so we ate on the front porch. This is a trek that we make to go to the bathroom, to get a shower, or just to the bunkhouse. There's goodies in the bunkhouse. So, privy. Really cool what they did with the doors. Doors everywhere. Shower. And sink. This is also rentable as well.